Psst! Hey! Over here! Hey, sorry, I spawned behind you this time. Don't worry, I wasn't gonna throw a rock or something at you. Although, I sure could, like this! Yeet! You see that? That is Diversion, my favorite perk of all time. And also, the worst perk of all time. Yep, it's pretty much treated as a joke, and sometimes people even call it detrimental, like damn. But I object to those claims! I think this perk is decent if you know how to use it effectively. And if you have a build to synergize with it, so yeah, not optimal, but fun. Let me throw an example. BAM! Look at that. Still Sight, Iron Will, and Distortion. You're probably looking at it and saying, ah shit, this is just another boring ass stealth build. Yuck. But you need to think out of the box, man. Please, allow me to teach you the path of the Pebble. I will now project gameplay directly into your brain. Ah, pretty cool, right? Anyways, here's how this playstyle works. First of all, what do we need to make the Pebble work? Lesson 1. Don't just fucking spam it, man, come on. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people just throw random rocks all over the place, sometimes getting their teammates killed because of it. Don't just throw it like that. Whenever you have the Pebble, you have an opportunity to trick the killer. However, as we all know, do a trick a few times in a row and they're gonna see through the lies. You have to make it convincing that this notification is an actual person hiding so that Mr. Killer can go get him. But obviously it's not just throwing it whenever you know the killer might be distracted by it. It's also Lesson 2. Watch where you're throwing it, dude. You're gonna hit someone with that, Jesus. So as I said, you want to make this rock as believable as possible. So you have to throw it at places where an unexistent survivor might be doing something like healing or missing skill checks. These places are, depending on the killer's position, obviously, corners, walls, gens, loops, or sometimes even the main building. Don't just throw the rock into the middle of nowhere so that the killer can see it and say, oh yeah, that's a pebble. Throw it towards places where the killer might have to actually check out to confirm it was just a rock. Now pair these two lessons together, and believe me when I tell ya, killers will sometimes fall for it more than once, and it's great. So that is how to use the pebble. But obviously there are multiple factors that might make things difficult. For example, what if the killer sees you throw a rock with aura reading? What if you throw the rock but the killer is way too close and hears you complaining? Or what if you straight up can't see the killer and throw the rock directly at its face or a teammate? This, my friend, is where the build comes in. Distortion will prevent the killer from easily seeing you and will give you valuable information on perks and add-ons. Iron Will prevent you from moaning too loud, making Pebble work both healthy and injured. And finally, Still Sight will ensure you know of the killer's location exactly so you can think before throwing the rock. Not only is it great on indoor maps, but if you want, you can swap it out with something else if you have a key. And indoor maps is where Pebble excels, by the way, because the killer can't see shit. Seriously, if you take your time to master the playstyle and use the build effectively, you will have guaranteed success. Sometimes. But, here's the kicker, here's the thing, here's the fucking problem, mi amigo. What do we gain? What? Just a funny clip and that's it? Nope! There are multiple pros by making a Pebble work. First of all, time waste. This is better against killers with time-based abilities. If a Pebble works, the killer will waste precious time looking at nothing. Second, diversion. Sometimes you just gotta get a killer away from somewhere, and what's tastier than a notification and some scratch marks? This can also be used as an escape plan, throwing the rock at a complete opposite side to make as much distance as possible. And finally, a funny clip. Cause yeah, it is pretty funny. you can't deny it. Huh? So that's it. Now, is this the best build and playstyle? Nah, not even close. But it's fun. It's decent in solo queue, and believe me, sometimes that fucking rock will be the difference between an open DX gate and a closed one. So yeah, I hope that you now have a better appreciation towards the Pebble, and if you want to walk the path of the boulder, I highly recommend it. Anyways, I think that at least we can all agree on one thing. And that thing is that at least it's not as bad as Red Herring. See you later, bye!